Richard Carlton here. Welcome to another awesome day of FileMaker training at fmtrain.tv, where every day we are doing great, fun, awesome FileMaker training. Because why? The FileMaker platform is so awesome, right? We have to remind ourselves that we are here. Well, the community is pretty awesome too. I mean, to be honest with you, the people that come to the broadcast, Stu and Cameron and Canberra and David and Drew and all the people here, really great people. I'd love to have dinner. Buy you all dinner. I would if you're around. Real quick, so upcoming broadcast schedule. We're going to call Nick up here in a second. We're going to give him the old official Nickety Nick call and get him going here. But since he's working on getting his computer straightened out, he had to do a restart, right? Always love it when that happens. So the upcoming broadcast schedule, if you go to fmtrain.tv, which is where you get the really great live training right here. You can come up the upcoming broadcast schedule. Today's day 3. Tomorrow's day 4. Then we're going to be doing a Mac installation for those of you who have never gone through it or want to see an updated version of a Mac installation on the FileMaker platform. For the Macintosh, that is Thursday. We are going to be doing Windows. Oh, you can already see it slid on the schedule right here. Yesterday, the Moyers were here. Heidi Porter was here. Chris Moyer's there. They are the principal people at the Moyer Group. So they were in yesterday. We were talking about zombie servers. Those of you who missed the conversation yesterday, I recommend you go back and catch it. Good stuff. Yesterday, Jacob Taylor was there. And Jacob is great. I'm great. But then you have other people who will come in as well. So there's the Nick. Hang on one second. So that's the upcoming broadcast schedule that we have. And then, of course, they're Friday here. So they're coming back Friday where they're actually the stars of the show. Then Monday, we're going to do a couple add-ons with Calvin Moseman, who's pretty awesome. So that's the upcoming broadcast schedule. As a reminder, if you want to support the channel, you want to help us, you want to pay the bills, and keep the lights on in here, such as they are, definitely go to our bundles section right here. So these are basically all our video courses. So it's like here are the video courses, but you really don't buy them individually anymore. You buy all the courses right here, right? It's a complete annual subscription bundle. And so you either buy the super duper one or you buy the not so super duper one. The super duper one comes with a full copy of FileMaker Pro, Mac, or Windows. People always email me, oh, does it work on Windows? I'm like, yes, it works on Windows, assuming that the version of Windows you have is compatible, right? So Windows 10 and whatever other the requirements are, right? And then this one right here is just the video training. Now, super, 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 super important. As an update, we posted, there's Nick over here. Wow, Nick, your camera looks good. I'm glad you restarted. Look how beautiful and sexy you are. Nick, let me finish this, then we'll get to Nick. I'll make fun of Nick in a second. So we have the training area. We're going to try this in real time. So here is the training, a little training window that we have right here. There's a new version of our training application. It's Build 45. The new one has a legitimate version of synchronization into it. So when you come in here, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my desktop, and then I'm going to double click it. And it hasn't run in a couple weeks, or I guess it has run in a couple weeks. It's not running a check. So what I could do is say, download the latest videos, whatever. I can do a check right here. What it's going to do, it's going to download the videos, and you normally run the faster one, but we've actually made it much faster in the new version. So right now is downloading the latest videos, and then it's also going to go, oh my God, and you have a little moving. I don't know if you can see this. It should be moving more than that, but it's kind of pulsating up and down, saying, yes, click me, you sexy dog that you are, Nick Hunter. You're so sexy. Click me. And so you click this right here, and it says, hey, this will download the latest version of the training app, version 45. Would you like to proceed? And you say proceed. And so check this out. This is like an total app download. So downloading a new version, transferring all the preferences and the license keys and everything out of one into the other one. So it's finishing. Stand by. See if it works like it's supposed to. Oh, it's doing initially a one complete. On the first install, it does a super download. But going forward after that, it finds the videos that have just changed. It doesn't download like the current courses. It just finds the ones that have changed, so the sync should run pretty quick. But initially when you get it, it does a complete pull down of everything, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, so it's one version of the player updating, and basically it should close this one over here. Okay. Oh, there it goes. So what we have now, if I close it, in the same directory, so this is the same directory, it took the version 45, all the preferences are actually buried and hidden over in here. If you go in the computer, and you go on the Mac, and on Windows the same thing. And then you go to users, and you go to documents in here. There's these two preferences. We wrote these preferences using script steps with FileMaker 18 and 19, and you can write your own text as a text. And so you can write in here. It tells you where things are at, what version, what their license key is, all that kind of stuff. We'll have to fuzz that license key out for those of you who haven't paid for it, but you get the idea. Pretty awesome. And then it takes the old file, renames it, so it's called old, so you don't keep clicking the old one, because people would be like, I didn't want to delete it, right? Because you get this logic of, should I delete it? Should I not delete it? What if something's important in there and I delete it? I didn't tell the user I was going to delete it. Do they know I deleted it, right? So we just named it old. Figured you could throw it away yourself, and then this is the new one. And then when we run the subscription, you'll see the text here has changed a little bit. This is a re-download all the videos, and then this only downloads the videos that have changed, right? And this should be legitimately, it's just actually doing a quick scan right now. It's not even bringing anything down, I don't think. It shouldn't be. So, although it's sitting here, I'll have to check on that. But yeah, pretty neat stuff. So anyway, so then of course, for those of you wondering about this, you can see the daily live streams, and say you wanted to find all your Nick stuff in here. You just type Nick in here and hit the return key, and then you get the live streams. We get other video courses that we search in the current course or search in all courses, right? So we were in the live stream course. You could just search for Nick in the live streams, and you find all the live streams. He's done quite a few of them. So pretty neat, eh? So if you want help building something like this yourself, you can get one of the awesome FileMaker people here at on Discord channel, or reach out to support, and we will help you build this into your own solution. So Nick Hunter is there. You are beautiful. Aren't you glad you restarted your computer?
Yeah. I don't know why each time I'm plugging my hard drive, external hard drive, the USB port is just.
Yep. Welcome to technology. It doesn't love you. Nick, are you ready to pick up your conversation on?
Yeah. I'm ready.
The brain transplant. Ready? The brain transplant. Yep.
Okay.
Go.
So, welcome everybody, and so yes, this is a day 3 of this transplant kind of stuff. So what? Let's do a kind of a quick recap here. What the transplant means again. So we have 2 files, right? So we have the customer file or your file, whatever, and you have the FM Launchpad, or you have a file that you want to take everything, all the workflow and all the functionality of one file, and you want to transplant that to another file. Okay, so you want your current file to have everything, all the parts of the other, right? So you want to merge both, So that's why we said transplant, because it's not a merge, because merge will mean the A into B and B into A. But what you want to do is transplant the file A into file B. Okay, that's what you want to do. So to do that, that's a procedure. Okay, that's a process. Okay, so you need to follow an order. Okay, so far here what we've done. Okay, we first imported the custom function. Then, because this is the top of the food chain, you need the custom function first, because it's the one the closest to the core of FileMaker. Okay, so you need to imagine FileMaker, that you have the core, which is the database engine. Okay, the schema, we call that the inside, but inside the schema you have even more closer to the core, which is the calculation. Each time you open a calculation dialog, you crack a nut into the FileMaker core. Okay, that's what you do. Okay? Yeah, you crack the nut, and you open the heart of the software, and you are pretty much you are modifying FileMaker. That's what you're doing. So that's why the custom function is even more closer than this, because custom function is pretty much you are adding functionality in the software like a plugin. Okay, you are adding a functionality to FileMaker, right? So that's why the custom function is very crucial. So you need to custom function first. Then what you do, you copy and paste. So we saw that already. You copy and paste the table. Sorry. When you do that, when you copy the table, you are copying the field at the same time. You cannot copy a table without the field. This is important to know. You can't do that. Okay, so if you copy the table, you are copying the field inside, but you are not copying the data. Okay, so you copy the field, but you don't copy the data. Okay, so when you copy the table, you copy the field. So you don't, pretty much that means you don't need to take care of copying the fields because they come with the table. But when you do that, okay, so you're not done with the schema. What you need to do, you need to replicate every single relationship. So that means you need to create all the occurrences one by one, and you need to rename them one by one. And then you need to create the link between the two occurrences. So these jobs take some time. You know, this job requires some time, and it's kind of fastidious because it's repeating. So last week we saw that there's a technique for that to help you to do that, because you want to copy and paste the name of the fields, the name of the occurrence, because the name needs to match exactly your original file. You cannot say, "Oh, I'll rename later," because otherwise, when you as you bring things inside like this, you know, like you transplant the liver, you transplant the kidney, they need to know, you know, the FileMaker will need to know, reconcile the thing together. To do that, FileMaker is doing this. You know, FileMaker is trying to reconcile things together. To do this, FileMaker has one way, a unique way to do that is by the name of object, the name of parts, right? So the occurrence must be named the same way. The field must be named the same way. You cannot rename a field, okay? You cannot rename a table. You cannot rename. You need to keep everything done the same as of you finished with this, okay? After you can do whatever you want, but until the process is not done, okay, and you get a working file, you need to keep the names, okay? So when you do this, so now that that's what we have done so far. So let me share my screen right quick, and let's take over where we left last week, okay? So last week,
there we go.
Last week we left. Yeah,
you're good, Nick.
Last
Everything's good. No one has any. Well, okay. David Angel, just so you know, in Discord, I'm going to bring this up real quick here. He did post they're keeping an outline of what you're writing in terms of your to-do and order, right? So it's pretty great. So at some point, if you take questions, let me know, and I will have you review that list to make sure it's as accurate as possible, right? So, but it's in Discord in our conversation. It looks pretty good, right? So it's pretty awesome.
Yes, and it's good because you can keep it flowing as I advance, and then at the end we can copy it and put it in the README or whatever.
Yep.
Thank you for the support, David, by the way. So that's what we've done now so far. So we replicated all the table of occurrence so far, and we replicated all the links together. Okay, it's important to have this together to be working right. It's very important to get everything works, because otherwise you might have breaking things. Okay, when you bring things, if the link is not there, or if the link is not working properly, you will have breakage, and you don't want that. So to do that, remember what we've done. We opened two files with two versions of FileMaker, different FileMaker version. So you open two files in two FileMaker's software, and then you can open two times the managed database, and then you can copy paste. It's much simpler that way. So now we are ready for the other part of this, is the implementation of the layouts. So remember, we talk about that. So the layout is a little bit tricky. That's why I'm going to take the day to explain the layout trick. Okay. So the layouts, there's multiple things in the layout. You have the layout itself, and then you have the object inside the layout. You need to treat that as two different things. There are two different things. There are two different steps, and there are two different steps as different stage of their progress. Okay. So the first thing you need to do, okay, is to create the layout, bare layout. Bare. It has nothing. Just you create a new layout, and you name it. That's all what we need. If you open, there's nothing here. All the layout here now, they are all empty. Okay. Okay, those no, but they are all empty. So, but those are special. So, what are those, by the way? Okay, so let's see, because I work for you during the weekend and I prepare everything, right? So, last week we created layout like this, and I explained to you how you duplicate and rename, duplicate, rename, duplicate, rename. Is better than going new layout. You create one, then you duplicate, 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 duplicate. Okay, and so we done that job. But what are those table things? Okay, what are they? Why I keep those layouts? What those layouts means? As you copy and paste a table, okay, FileMaker will automatically, when you create a table, okay, automatically FileMaker is going to create an occurrence and the layout attached to this, okay, when you create a new table. Okay, so when you copy and paste tables, okay, FileMaker is going to create an occurrence and a related layout related to that table automatically. So, and that's good, because that's what we want. See, last week I explained to you that I'm keeping an occurrence that points to a table, and the occurrence has the same name as a table. Okay, so the table here is the same name. So the occurrence and the table has the same name, all of them. Okay, so I keep them that way. So, and I keep them completely free of relationship. There's no relationship on this. This occurrence is free of relationship. There's no link. It's linked to nothing. Okay, I keep all my tables, all of them. Okay, they have an occurrence that is free of relationship, and that has exactly the same name as the table. Okay, I keep this. By the same token, I get for free a layout that has the same name as the occurrence. Okay, and inside automatically FileMaker is going to put all the fields automatically. This is automatic. So when you copy and paste a layout, a table from any FileMaker software, FileMaker file, you copy a table, you paste it, you close the schema, is going to create is going to create a layout and a table of occurrence with that table. Okay, so I keep them all. I keep those layouts that point to those free of relationship occurrence. I keep them all because I use them for debug purposes, and I use them sometime also for my PSOs, for the Perform Suite on server. Sometimes it's great to have it's great to be able to go to a layout that that is free of relationship, that the context is free of relationship, because when you do that, you kind of you have peace of mind of doing things, because you say, okay, there's no relationship there, so I don't have the risk of breaking things, something, right? At the contrary, sometimes you need exactly the opposite. Sometime you need a layout that points to a particular context, but you want this layout to point to the context, but you want the layout bare of fields. Sometimes, you want the layout to be with no fields. Okay, that's what you want. You want just a layout, a point. You remember I explained to you why? Is because for performance issue, that when you go to a layout that has no fields, it will be much faster than the layout with fields, even on the server. Okay, so that sometimes you need a layouts that points to a context, a particular context. Like this one, I need this layout to be in T18F. I need that layout to be in that context. So I'm creating here, I have a folder where I put all my special context. Here I have the tables. What I call tables is those layouts that points to a free of relationship occurrence. And then here I have the cards, the card style window stuff. And here I have the layouts that I use, the data entry or the list view, whatever. Okay. And I build this for each entity, asset, users, system. For each entity, I build the same thing. So to come back to our topic of today, here I created the layout which is free of fields. There's no field there. I just created a layout and I just named it. So why we do this? We do this because, as I said, transplanting a layout is a three-step process. Okay. Step number one, you create the layout. You don't care of the size. You don't care of anything. You just put a name on it. And you make it point to the right occurrence, to the right table. Okay. So that's important. So what you do, you open your FM Launchpad copy. Okay. You open the layout and you copy and paste, and you make sure that both has the same name, right? Here, and points to the same table. T18, L500, L500. So I'm good, right? And you do this for all of them. When that's done, the next step to process now is to transplant the scripts. This is the easiest thing to do with FileMaker transplantation. Okay. So, but you need. So let's create a new folder here, and let's call it all scripts. Okay. Okay. So I put this here. I put that inside this. Okay. All script. Now I'm creating a separator, and no, I don't need a folder for that. So now what I need to do is to transplant all my scripts from Launchpad into the file. So all my scripts are there. They're all here. What I do, copy, I select all, copy. Okay. I go to my new file and I paste. So it will take some time. Oh, very fast. Oh yeah, I'm on my local server. Yeah, that's why. It will take some time if you are on what's the name? If you are on the cloud, okay, on Amazon or whatever. It will take some time. It will take like 1 or 2 minutes. Don't be afraid about this. So now all my script will work. So why all my script works? Why they work automatically? Everything there. There's nothing broken. Absolutely nothing broken. So, okay, this one was broken, in the original. So I don't watch this one. But some are broken because from the original one. But they all work. So why is this? It's because, as I explained first, I transplanted the custom function first. All the occurrences, T01 login, T101 login, all the occurrences are there. All the links. Where I have a link here. Let's go down here. All the T01, all the what's the name? T1016L, T1016L1. They're all created. They're all there. So I created a relationship. They are all here. See, L1, L, they're all here. I create them. So when I copy and paste the layout, when I copy and paste the script, FileMaker will say, okay, I found exactly the same name of table of occurrence. So I assume that you want me to reconnect the dots for you. Okay. So that's what FileMaker is doing. Otherwise, you get the thing that way, right? You get the thing, bam, broken. like this one with missing. So if you copy the script before, if you copy paste the script before to create the occurrences, all of them will be broken, all of them. And you will have to do it manually, one by one. That was a stupid work to do, right? So that's why it's important to do that order, okay? And why you say, okay, why do I need the layout to be present first? Huh? Because I have plenty of go-to layouts. I don't care if the layout is empty of field at that point. That's what I want to point out, okay? I need, that I want to point out. I don't need the layout to have anything, go to layout, right? So I have plenty of go to layout stuff here, okay? And, I have plenty of occurrence here, right? So I need all of those things to be ready. I have a go to related records, so you need to have the layout built, but just the name of the layout. That's what you need at that point. At that point is what you need, right? Because now that I have the scripts, okay, I can start the next step, okay, which is the implementation of the value list, okay. So that's the next step that you need to do. The implementation is the value. So do we have question? Yeah, we have question. So
yep, question time. So Simon Day, if a table is used on two I can bring it on screen here too so that everyone can read it. Here's the question right here. If a table is used on two layouts, how can you have two of your base tables with the same name? For example, users could be. You see that first question there by Simon Day?
Yeah, I'm you can't have but the same layout will point to the same occurrence. So you need one occurrence. It's like, I don't understand the question, by the way. User could be used in many layouts, yeah, but you can't have that base to. Yes. Why? Or if I have two layouts with the same name, that's what you mean, right? Oh yeah, if I have two layouts with the same name, I understand. So because FileMaker, we can. Okay, so here I have no idea what FileMaker is going to do. So it's something we need to try.
All right. So first off, we have no idea, and then Simon Day, you're a very bad person. Just so you know, you cannot.
No, I have no idea what FileMaker is doing. In that case, when you have two times the same layout name.
Well, I'm having fun though, but we all love Simon and all the people here. But yes, I mean, can all of you kindly don't name all your layouts the same, right?
I mean, FileMaker allows that, right? So that's the problem. It
does
true,
allow
right?
it. It does allow it, but then we tell people to like put
so
numbers or letters or something on them.
You can do this, right? And FileMaker, I'm pretty sure to tell you what I can anticipate what FileMaker will do. It will link to the first you can find. So that will be the first of creation. That will be this one, and then in that case, you will have to manually reflow the thing, remap it. I'm pretty sure that FileMaker will do. We need to do a test on this. Okay, so let me answer the question tomorrow. Okay, let's do a test. We do the test later today. I'm going to do the test for you and see how FileMaker is going to behave. But I'm pretty sure that if that's the case, FileMaker will just reconcile with the first found name, a layout name, and that match. And because there's no way FileMaker can keep that. There's no way, because the ID is not the same. Nothing is the same. Because everything will be based on the name. But you're right, Richard. We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't rename. We shouldn't have the same name twice. It's something I never do. I don't even know why FileMaker allows that, by the way. They don't allow things that we dream about to be allowed, and this we don't want. They leave. Okay. and your tailor folder, you said you keep those basic TOs for each layout. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I mean, I keep the basic layout for each TOs. It's the other way around. Okay, I'm keeping a layout that points to the TOs um, that doesn't have a relationship. It's I found during all the time I'm building FileMaker stuff that it's very useful to have a layout like this where you know this is bare of everything, right? It's very cool to have this. It's very, very cool. Um, okay, so now we need to find out what's going on. Okay, so there's two things we can do right now. Okay, two things. Okay, the first thing we can do is this, and we are going to try. We are going to start with this. We have in our layouts, we have layouts where you have triggers. For example, this one here, that's one trigger. Okay, the 0042A. So now you understand why you need first the layout. Then when you paste the scripts, it doesn't break all the go to layout stuff. And then now that you have the script, you can go back to the layout, right? And you can attach the triggers. So let's do this, right? Let's do this. So this process is kind of easy because for once FileMaker did everything to help us for that. So what you need to do, you need to open this in the same order. Okay, so they should, the order should match. That this one. Okay, so it's easier when you have the same order. Okay, so you look on this one and you say, okay, this one has two, but it's two times the same. Okay, on a layout enter and a mode enter. Most of the time, I'm putting on both the mode enter and the layout enter, because each time you go layout mode and then you go browse mode, you have the trigger that happens. That's what you want most of the time. You want the trigger to happen when you leave the browse mode, you go to layout mode, and then you go back to browse mode. You want to land in the exact situation that you should be, and the on layout enter is part of this, most of the time part of the situation where you should be. Okay, so 2250, so that's what you want to do. So you open this and you select the on enter and you say 2250, and you select this and you do the same on mode enter 2250. So that's what you need to do. Okay, so you need to do that for all the layout, but fortunately I don't have much layout. So you go to the card stuff here, and the L10 has the same. So L10, I'm pretty sure that is 0042A. Yeah, okay. So 00242A in on layout keystroke. Okay, so it's easier. Do this, and then you go down. So now you have the other one is asset the L500. Okay, so you open the L500 layout triggers here. So here you have multiple. So when you have multiple like this, so you use your brain, because you can have those two open. Okay, or you need to use 2-time FileMaker. So I have a trick here. Okay, so I'm positioning myself here like this, because we can't. Thank you, FileMaker, by the way, not allowing us to make this bigger. Then we have to scroll down like this. Okay, so what I want, I know those are the same. I know, we know that. Okay, so I'm showing this, then I can show pretty much all. I do a screenshot. I open my screenshot on the other side, so it's on my other screen like this. And I can just replicate the screenshot. 2792. Okay. Okay. So here is the trigger. Yeah. The on record load asset. Okay. And the 0042B. Okay. So the trick of the screenshot is valid on Mac. So on PC, do they have on PC a screenshot built-in screenshot maker, or we still have to rely on third party?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Good question.
Okay, so see, with the screenshot, it was kind of easy because though this is kind of a fastidious, process to do. So you don't want to think too much. So I don't want to use my brain at all. Um, so I I just use the screenshot because it's available for me. It was A or B. Okay, oh, it was A. See. So anyway, I'm not going to do that in front of you for 2 hours, right? But you got the point here. You need to do that one by one, one by one. But it's easy because you know where you have a trigger. This little explosion here. I don't know how they call that icon, by the way. This icon here is a symbol of that's a trigger here. If I open this here, there's no triggers. Here, if I open this here and go trigger, that's one trigger. Okay, so this is a symbol of the trigger. So you just have to follow the one that has this red stuff here. Okay, you don't need to open the other one. That when this is done, okay. So you because you have the script, okay. But this can be done at any stage of the way. You can do that at the end if you want. Okay, it's not necessary to do that right away. But I'm doing it because we were talking about layouts and stuff like that. So now that this is done, okay, what next? What next in the process? Okay, next in the process is the value list. And we say, okay, Nick, why do I need to do the value list just right now? Okay. First of all, because I could have done that before creating the layout, by the way. But anyway, I prefer to do that way. Value list, to create a value list, I need the table of occurrence to be there. And I need a relationship to work because I'll show you why in a minute. So I need a relationship to work. So I need those to be connected. I need the name of the TOC to be there. I need all of this to create the relationship, to create the value list. Okay. So let's create the value list. So here I encourage also, so let's close the FM Launchpad here. For the value list, you must use 2 times FileMaker. Okay. For the what's the name? For the creation of the value list. Otherwise, it will be like very complicated for you. You will make your life very, very bad. Because what we want to do here, we want to open 2 times the value list screen here, and it blocks, so you can open that 2 times in the same FileMaker session. So that's why here, what I do, I have 2 FileMakers. So now I can do that. Okay. So now I can open twice my value list stuff. Okay. So those are the old value lists. Okay. So let's creation order. So now what you need to do here, when you have those 2, okay, you need to create one by one. So you go there and you open this. And you can see here, now you understand why I need the table of occurrence to work, because they are related value lists. They're not custom value lists. They have they are related value lists, not custom. Okay. When they're custom, you don't care. But when they're related, you care. But what you want to make sure is to have exactly the same name. You need the same name, absolutely. Otherwise, you're going to break everything. So we need the ASG. It's the group number, and here you ASG, and we need the group name. Okay. So, and I want, I think, sort the value with the first, I think. Or the second, I don't remember. So let's check that. Um, oh, sure, need a second. Okay, so we need this option to be checked. Okay, so because now I can open both together, right? I can open both. Okay, so we good for this one. So let's go to the second one. Okay, so the second one here, now you understand why, because it's even more complicated for the relationship here, because it's based on it's a related value starting from, okay, not all the value. So it's I need two occurrence, okay. But to have this working, to be able to select this and to be able to select this afterwards, okay. See, here I have access to all of them, okay. But here I have access only to the one that are related to this one. So if in the schema, my relationship, my link between T18F and T18F1 wasn't real, like connected with the wire, okay, I couldn't have selected this one because it wouldn't have been related. So that's why it was important to do the schema and to finish it before we start this process. Okay. So now I have this. Okay. So now I know I have this stuff here, right? So I want to create the same. So I create here new, right? And I go there and I say, okay, it was T18F1. Okay. It was a value related to the T18F. Okay. So now I recreate the same thing. Okay. So we have this one here too. We do this, then, and one by one you need to recreate them. Okay. I know. Don't ask me. Don't complain to me. You know who you have to call for that, for the complaint. Okay, not me.
That's funny.
Yeah, because copy paste. Well, select all copy. We are in 2021. Okay.
Yeah, negative rubber ducky. We're not in 2021. Only in your mind, we're in 2021.
Okay.
So, by the way, Bilbo has a question for you. He wants
Yeah.
to know: can you please explain, tell us the naming convention you're using for value list?
Okay. Yeah. So that's mine value, my convention. Okay. Um, okay, every time. So yeah, that's a great question. Thank you, Andre. Okay. When you um, when you have items, components, FileMaker components that are completely. So let's create OK here. The value list here. So let's create a value list right quick. Let's rely on a value list. So it's a pop-up menu. Okay. The only way to attach a value list to that field is with that freaking menu. Okay. So that's why I want, assets. They're here. So you want to have access, and you have, of course, we have these three letters typing. If I want the percentage here, I type P or U or U, okay, and then I have it, right? If I want CHF, for example, CHF, this one, if I'm here, I want CHF. See, so we have three letters of who is typing faster. We can have four, but most of the time we want three. So that's why I'm putting those AST, I'm putting those small things here that I remember, and then I can access directly. Okay. So this is why I'm using this here. Then I'm telling you, okay, AST, which is asset type, and slash, and I have a pipe here, and I say, okay, this is for the group. This is certifying category. I'm telling what it is. This for example is a condition, location. This is how I'm doing this. Pretty much what I'm doing here, I'm replicating here the name of the table demonstration. Here I have a table. AST, okay, USR, LOG, globe, fav, error, doc, comment. Okay, so see, I have always I have 3 or 4 letters, okay, at the beginning. So pretty much I'm saying, okay, this value list here is related to AST, is related to the table AST, okay. So it's my way. This is pure open. It's open bar. You do whatever you want here. I like my way because it's my way, right? So it's important. But you can have your way.
Your
No
way.
problem.
Your way is important. I know.
I mean, it's my work, my workflow of work, my natural workflow of work is based on this because I'm conditioned for years on doing this. So,
Yep.
It's but it proves it. If you don't have a way and you want to copy me, feel free, because it proved to me to be very efficient. So now I want to show you how you can copy a custom. Okay, that's the easiest one. You copy, you open those two, and then you copy this and you paste this. That's it. Copy paste. That's the simplest. Okay, where the custom. Okay, we call that custom. Custom is when you put something on hard coded. Now I want to show you something because when I was doing the demo, I saw an opportunity of saying something and I want to seize it. I want to. I told you that you can apply a value list, a list to an object just by the menu. It's not true. Yes, you can do that, but it's not the only way. And sometimes this can be cool, sometimes can be very annoying, and I want to show you that because sometimes you can just break things you don't even know. So yes, so here I attach the group. It's attached here, group, okay? The EST group, that's what I do. Let's say I'm editing this. I'm editing this using the stencil on the right, okay? It's there. So you can edit, and now I can edit it if I want. I can even edit it. So I can go there if I want to modify this. I just go there and I modify it. Yeah, that's cool. But here, what you can do is say, oh yeah, okay, that's cool. Oh, by the way, I forgot this one. I want a 4 here, right? And then you click OK, and then you click OK. Now this field is related to 1, 2, 3. It's no longer related to group. So you open this where you can edit this. You can access to whatever, you can do whatever here. And then you click OK, and now you're on 7. Click, you do whatever you want. You click here, and you say, now you want catalog. So it's very dangerous. That's why I want to point it out, okay? So yes, you can select with this, but if you go there and you click here and you validate OK, you change it, okay? Don't ask me. You know who to complain. It's true, because it's okay. Now we know, in the community, we know that each time we go there, we have to be very, very careful what we do. So it's that's why I point out, because yes, it's true. You can access this, but sometimes it can be cool because this is so small, right? And sometimes you want to know what's going on, right? Oh yeah, this is the one I want, right? Oh yeah, this is the one I want, right? So that's cool because it works. But if you're there and you just want to check something, and then you forgot to click there or you click cancel, I mean, you know what I mean? It's weird because even if you say, okay, I want to modify this, okay, I want to modify this, but I don't want to modify the one I was at. You say cancel, you discard what you have to do. So this is really, really bad design. I mean, really, they should do something here. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Interesting. Yep. So
yeah, it's interesting. So now that we have now I want to explain to you why we need all of this to be done. Okay, because the field, when you have a field from a layout, so I'm anticipate for tomorrow, but this is where's my FM launch? Oh, FM Launchpad is on the 819 now. Okay, FM Launchpad. Let's say I have a field here, and the field sometimes can have multiple things attached to it. First of all, a field, when I copy and paste, it will be related to an occurrence. So I need to make sure that the occurrence is there. Because if the occurrence is not there, you copy and paste the field in the layout, the field will be broken, will be unrelated, will be blank, unknown. That's how the field will see. And the field also can have, like in that example, can have a value list attached to it. So that's why you want the value list to be there. Okay, you want the value list to be there to be there because when you copy and paste, you don't want to break that. Otherwise, you will say blank here. Okay, and then the field can have multiple things related to it. It can have a tooltip that rely on sometime custom function, or sometime in the occurrence that you want to make sure the occurrence there. And then you can have also a placeholder that is based on names, and you can have a hidden state that in place on is based on the occurrence and stuff like that. So that's why you need to make sure that the schema is there, because otherwise you will have to rebuild that from scratch. All of this you have to remap everything instead of just anticipating before and then you copy and paste. So now if I copy that field, right, I go to the layout in the user, I go there, okay, I go there in this layout, remove this in T12, and I paste it. I'm pretty sure everything works. The field works, okay. The value list not, because it's not created, but I should have, see, okay, the value list is not created, right? So let's create a value list just for the demo, okay? So the value list on this is assets location, okay? Okay, so I go to the value list here and asset location. It's a custom function. So it's a custom list. Sorry, it's a custom list. So I'm going there, value list, create new. This is the name. This is the custom. And yeah, the screen is small. And I want the name. Okay. So now I have the value list created on both layer, on both file. Okay. So now let's see what happened. I copy this file, this field, and I paste it there. And now you see by magic this is on. Okay, this works. It's not broken. This works. It's not broken. Okay, nothing is broken. Nothing, right? So I just copy it. So you need, before to do the script, before to do the field, you need to have all the components, all the possible components of the field to be present. Value list is a component of the field. Of course, the table of occurrence and stuff like that is so you need to have this there. Okay.
I'm waiting for someone to tell me they have questions.
No. So migration tool is not going to do the job. The migration tool is not doing what I'm doing. It's not.
The data migration tool from Claris? Okay, so back up. So let me help with this real quick, so people don't fundamentally understand what that's doing. Data migration tool is data migration, not schema migration. Data, as in the stuff that users put in when they're in browser mode. That's what the data migration tool moves. It moves data sets from one file to a very similar file. So if you have a file, you deploy it with a customer, call it 1.0, like Bilbo's 1.0 product or whatever, or Scott King or something, 1.0. And the users put in a gigabyte of data. And then meanwhile, Scott is off his own working on 1.1, but the customer's still using 1.0, but he's working on 1.1 or 2.0, and they're adding some fields and maybe changing a couple things and adjusting some bug fixes and stuff. The data migration tool will allow you to speedily take the data out of 1.0, and because 1.1 is structurally very, very similar to 1.0, it moves the data, maps it across. That makes sense? So obviously brand new fields would be blank in the new solution, but everything with the same name would move across, and then even hidden ID. It's a whole hour-and-a-half conversation on that tool. It kicks out, but that is not this. This is schema migration, which is something that Claris is working on in a more useful way. I had to write about it in the book, that they're working on schema migration, but it's not done. They've been mostly focusing on add-ons, which add-ons are kind of a schema combiner thing, but it's not like a real, like a total solution, right? So we talk about it in the book. Read the book. So there you go. Well, there you go. Nick, anything else on your end?
Yeah, so tomorrow we finish this. We do a kind of an overview, an overall of the layout. How I'm going to show the technique, how I'm building layouts quickly. This will be interesting to see.
I appreciate it. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Don't forget, FileMaker is awesome. So even when you feel like it's 1912 and you're writing on the Pony Express with your mouse and your clicky piece, like on a Mac Plus, just remember that under the hood, it's still, FileMaker still loves you. All right? Yes, yes?
Yes.
Awesome. See ya.
Deal.
Guys just stepped up the whole way. Calm, cool, collected. The quarterback, great read, good patience. More importantly, great job up front protecting this quarterback to give you a chance. And that's all you can ask for.
Try to rally down 10. 9:25 to go here in the fourth. Short motion by Amendola from the left. Brady takes the shotgun snap, stands in, throws it left for Amendola, reaches up and snacks a high throw and lands inside the 10, rolling to the 9. Ball slightly behind him, but Danny makes the grab.